Colleagues, good afternoon. We're going to begin with our first item of business, time for reflection. Our time for reflection leader today is the Reverend Fraser McNaughton, who is the Minister at St Magnus Cathedral in Kirkwall, Orkney. Reverend Fraser.
I got a new parlour game for my birthday, coinciding with lockdown. It's called Wordsmithery and is a combo of charades and who's in the bag, determining the vocabularic competence of the players. You can maybe guess from the end of that last sentence that I am keen on words. Words which come in numerous forms, languages, sounds. I think the word rose has 11 different meanings, not to mention accents and dialects. As a Ouija living in Orkney, that has taken a while to get a handle on. And then when it comes to grammar, well, let's not go there. The late, great Ronnie Barker was, of course, a genius when it came to playing with words. We have a special bag in St Magnus Cathedral to collect the spent night lights that people place on the stand, labelled Fork Andals. Just one of the memorable Barkerisms folk grew up with, but which transcends generations. All through my ministry, I have attempted to avoid being sucked into religious words. After centuries of handling and mishandling, most religious words have become so shop-worn, nobody's much interested anymore. But there is one word, and there may be others, that bucks the trend. Grace, for some reason, mysteriously, still has some of the bloom left. Even more so its derivatives like gracious and graceful. Grace is something we can never get, but only be given. There's no way to earn it, or deserve it, or bring it about any more than we can deserve the taste of raspberries and cream, or earn good looks, or bring about our own birth. A good sleep is grace, and so are good dreams. But we can't try to have a good dream. The smell of grace is rain. Somebody loving us is grace. Loving somebody is grace. Have you ever tried to love somebody? The grace of God, however the word God is understood, could mean something like, here is your life. You might never have been, but you are, because the party wouldn't have been complete without you. Here is the world. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Nothing can ever separate us. It's for you I created the universe. I love you. There's only one catch.
Colleagues, I'm just going to pause for a second to see if we can get this back. But
we've got it pre-recorded, so I think we'll load that just now.
So do you think we'll get to the end of his? Now I believe we actually recorded the Reverend McNaughton earlier. No, he's live. Here we are. Reverend McNaughton, can you hear me? This is Ken McIntosh, the presiding officer. Can you hear me? You can. Well, I can see that you can hear us. Reverend McNaughton, it is absolutely typical on your thoughtful contribution on words that we managed to lose your last words. Can I also apologise for confusing your first name and your surname, the Reverend McNaughton, not the Reverend Fraser, Reverend McNaughton. We cut you off we lost the signal just before you finished. I wonder if you could just pick up before the last paragraph of your thoughtful contribution.
He seems to be on mute. If you see bottom right.
I think you're on mute at the moment. You're still on mute, though, Reverend McNaughton. You're still on mute. Can you unmute yourself?
How's that?
That's perfect.
Okay.
That's a round of applause from the chamber.
The last bit goes thus. The grace of God, however the word God is understood, could mean something like this. Here is your life. You might never have been, but you are, because the party wouldn't have been complete without you. Here is the world. Beautiful and terrible things will happen. Don't be afraid. I am with you. Nothing can ever separate us. It's for you I created the universe. I love you. One catch. Like any other gift, the gift of grace can only be ours if we'll recognise it and accept it.
Thank you, Reverend McNaughton. And you can add perseverance to your list of words this week. Thank you, colleagues. We're going to move on to the next